It's Mask Monday. I'm going to give it another try. This one is La Chloris, Chloris is the brand. Ultra Glow Moroccan Rose Mask. I don't know, I can't read the fine print. I'm sure you just slap it on and leave it on 10 minutes like you do the rest of them. Let's see. It's 9:24, so it's like I can get several. If I like this one, it's really thick. Get several treatments, I guess you would call them. Oh, it's kind of gritty. So it's like an exfoliating type mask. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about today. What do y'all want to talk about? Can't quite tell me, can you? We could talk politics, but let's not do that. I can't wait till November 3rd, when hopefully all this is over. Every election year it seems to get worse. At least I don't listen to the news or the radio very much, so I don't hear all the nasty commercials that they have. I guess I'm still assuming they're nasty this year like they are every year. But I stopped listening, so I don't know. I have my pajamas on still because I figured I'd probably drip goo on me. But this one doesn't look like it's going to drip at all. So should I put some of this on my neck too? So I don't know what you do with masks very well. I'm still not much of a mask girl, so I know you're supposed to kind of keep it away from your eyes. Okay, there we go. Once again, I forgot to bring something to wipe my hands on. I had it all planned out too, where I was going to bring a wet paper towel, but of course I didn't. Okay, what should we talk about? Alex from Life with Sugar asked me to be in a collab. I'm a little scared about this one because I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. It's a Halloween makeup one, and I looked up what other people do, and a lot of them are like, oh no, I'm not doing that. It would be like this big scary mouth, or one would look like your eyeball was falling out, and oh no. But then I saw some that were like a cute, like a cat or a clown or like a fairy or those kind of ones, and I'm like, that's a little more up my alley. I'm not doing one of those gory ones where you got a hatchet in your head or whatever. I don't know. Halloween's kind of my least favorite holiday. I didn't like it even when my kids were little because, you know, you're sending your kids out in the cold, in the dark, to get something you don't want them to have. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I would let them go, but I think my favorite costume, I used to make their costume because I was pretty poor. I was a single parent, and of course my favorite costume I made before I was a single parent, but I used to make their costumes. Something till later when they kind of bailed out that and wanted the store-bought ones. But my son was 3-ish, my older son. His brother, well, maybe he was older because I think his brother had been born, because I'm trying to think where we lived. Yeah, he was more like 6 or 7, maybe even 8. And it was Star Wars time, you know, back in the 70s. And we made him a Jawa, which were those little robed guys in like brown robes that would run around and steal stuff from people, and they were like junk dealers, but they'd steal this stuff and resell it sometimes. But anyway, what we did was I took some burlap and I dyed it like a chocolate brown and sewed a hooded robe out of it with big flowy sleeves and pockets in the robe, because we had a plan. I took an old negligee, it was a negligee, it wasn't just a nightie of mine, and the black chiffon-y stuff, and I sewed that in the hood so it looked like it was just black when you looked in. And then my husband at the time rigged up, we took like little bitty lights, like Christmas lights, and painted them orange, and he wired it up to a battery that we put in a switch in the pocket, and when you switched it on, it was like, we put it up here, of course, so it was, he could see, because you could see through the black, you just couldn't really see in. And when you looked in, it was like two glowing orange eyes. It was the coolest costume. And we took him to, I think the library or something was having a costume contest, and he totally won because it was such a cool costume. And then years and years later, we remade, well, my son did, for his son, made the same costume, a similar one. And they took him to a costume contest, and there happened to be, like, it was like a Star Wars themed one or party or something. And there was like stormtroopers there and everything, and they all like gathered around here. Everybody was so enthralled with this little bitty kid in this great costume. Yeah, they were really into costumes for a while, my son and his family. Like one year they all went as different superheroes, like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, whatever. And one year they all went into Star Wars. My granddaughter went as Leia, and she had her hair like in the little, things with the, she had like a white jumpsuity thing on, and like a blaster gun, and the hair in the little curls like Leia. If you're Star Wars, you know what I'm talking about. If you never, not Star Wars geeks like we are, then you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. I don't know how I got down that road, but anyway. So I had fun on Halloween sometimes, I guess. I just don't like I don't like horror movies or gory stuff, or like, I like action movies, but I don't like action movies where, like, I don't mind the fighting, but like if you hear a bone crack or something, ugh, that just gives me the willies. So what kind of movies do I like? But I like action movies. I like romances, of course. Not much on documentaries. Once in a while I'll watch a documentary. TV shows, I watch a lot of medical shows. I think I watch 5 different medical shows. At least I will when they come back into being. And watch some reality stuff. I used to watch Amazing Race, but it's not on this year. I guess because they couldn't go out in the world and race around like they usually do. Or I don't know, maybe it's ended for good. I don't know, but it's not on this year. I'm ashamed to admit I watch Big Brother. I like Survivor. What else? Movie-wise, I like a story with, and that's kind of why I like the reality ones. I like ones where there's a lot of character development, I guess you would say, where you, like on Big Brother or those, you kind of get to know the people's character, because they're all stuck together in that house for like 90 days, and with no communication with the outside world, no phones, no TV, no nothing. And it kind of brings out people's true character, so I'm kind of interested in people in general, so I like character-driven plots more than just shoot 'em up action or whatever. I don't really care for westerns very much. When I read a lot of different things. I read romances, but I don't like the ones with all the sex in them. Don't want to read those. And I like Christian, like one of my favorite Christian authors is Dee Henderson. She wrote, one of her series was called the O'Malley series, and it was about, I think it was 5 orphans that grew up together in an orphanage, and they bonded in the orphanage, and when they came out they all adopted the name O'Malley and became true brothers and sisters, so to speak. And then there's 5 books about each one's like a different, like one's a Secret Service, I think, and one's a policeman, and one's a fireman, and and then they're all like what I call women in danger kind of ones. Where there's a woman in danger, and they hook up with this guy that kind of helps them through the danger, and they end up in love at the end, those kind of ones. But it's not like the woman can't do anything for herself. It's not like that. I mean, she helps save the day too, it's not damsel in distress. I don't like those kind where it's like, oh, poor innocent me, I can't do anything, I need a big straw man to help me. I don't like those kind. Okay, 2 more minutes. If I almost rambled on enough. I have notifications that I have 3 clothing boxes coming this week, so hopefully they'll all get here at close to the same time, because it helps if you've got 3 boxes with your finances, so you can kind of, because I hate it when you buy something that you're kind of like about, but you go ahead and buy it, and then you get a box where it's like way better stuff, but you already spent your money. So this way, if they all come at a similar time, I'll be able to judge better. Okay, I'm looking for a pair of pants. Which pair of pants is my best value, fit, look, and so on, instead of getting one and then having a better one come along down the road behind it. Hopefully they'll all give me time to make my decision. It's Fashion. 2 pairs of pants in there. There was supposed to be 3, but they couldn't get the 3rd one, so they just sent another top. It says it's turtleneck, and I'm like, But in the description it says turtleneck, but in the picture it's a cowl neck, so I don't know what happened there, because with Fashion you can see ahead of time what they're sending you. And then that new one I'm trying, Wee Blessings, and then the Nadine West, they're all coming. They should all get here like today or tomorrow, so I'll just have this big pile of boxes, and my kids make fun of me for all the junk I get. Today I'm going to make some cards to send off, because I made some Halloween cards, but I used them all, so I need a couple more to send off to my college granddaughters that I haven't. And I was going to send them a Halloween card with a little, like a $10 bill in it, and say, you're too old to go trick-or-treating, but you're never too old to buy candy. I try and keep in contact with them at least a little bit, you know. I try calling and they're always busy, so I figured this way I can at least text them once in a while, or send them like little thinking of you cards, or I bought a sticker pack that it's got some cute stickers, and I'm going to send them. They can put on their day planners or whatever. But I haven't got it yet. I ordered it, but it didn't come yet. So that'll be another time I'll send another little card. That's the great thing about making your own cards. It doesn't cost you $5 to buy a card. Once you buy all the stuff, of course, that all costs money. But I have a ton of stuff, so I don't really need to buy more stuff. But I keep buying stuff anyway. I can sit, you know, I've got probably 4 shoeboxes full of cards that I've made that, you know, we just dig through and pull one out for a different occasion. Sometimes I'll make them, like I'm going to make these 2 today particularly for an occasion, but sometimes I'll make just some generic cards, and then when you need one, then you can put happy birthday or whatever, get well, or sympathy. I need to send a sympathy card too. One of my ladies in my small group, her mother, they thought she had COVID, I thought she had pneumonia, and then they found out she had lung cancer. And she came home, and then like a week later she died, and her 17-year-old grandson's the one that found her, and it really traumatized him. He's just really having a hard time, poor kid. So I need to send them a sympathy card. I've been meaning to. This happened a couple weeks ago, and I keep forgetting to get one out, so I'm going to try and get that gone today. I just picked this up off the floor. This is going to be one of the things that's going to go in the, it's a cute little bag. It's going to go in the, my 300 subscriber giveaway when we get there. We're almost to 250, so we're almost halfway there. Well, not half, but you know what I mean. Between giveaways, between the 200 giveaway and the 300 giveaway, we're almost halfway. So, speaking of giveaways, if you are interested in, I don't usually do these Mask Mondays, I'm just trying that out for the time being. But I do subscription boxes, makeup, clothing, just all kinds of miscellaneous things. If you're interested in all kinds of subscription boxes, lifestyle, all that, I take you on walks with me, and introduce you to my critters. I do cooking videos. Sometimes I'll do a crafting video, do different kinds of get to know me videos, that kind of thing. So if that interests you at all, please subscribe and hit the little bell and give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. We'd love to have you join our happy little family. This is totally dry. Doesn't pull too bad. Sometimes they're really like, hey, that'd be good. I'd look younger. I'm gonna go wash this off, and you all have a happy week. My friend Tanya said I should do an after. This is my after. This one, it's the first one I've noticed a difference. My skin feels a little softer. So I kind of like this one because the other ones I didn't feel like it did anything. This one I think made my skin feel a little softer. When I was washing it, it was really soft, and then of course when I dried it, it's not as slick and soft, but I don't know if it made me look any younger, but it feels a little softer. If I put some makeup on, that'll make me look younger. Have a good day.